Amla, I think we would love to learn from your experience, and you spent reasonably 6 years in this organization. So it would be a great opportunity to learn from you and your practices and how you have gone through the whole scenario, including marriage scenario. So I request you to share your thoughts.
Thank you, Runa, and good evening all. I think Hari, Yuvraj, Girish, Ankush, all of you have summed up pretty well. Everyone from the service industry and here from the B2B section. The first thing that comes to the mind is definitely e-commerce has its own beauty of innovation, and not just innovation, as we all are experiencing, it needs a very speedy work. So that's something that you need to be on your toes all the time. Every day there are changes that happens, and you need to adapt it as and when it comes. They would This industry plays a very vital role in terms of generating the employment opportunities. And when I talked about, there could be various fields here, could be merchants, could be sellers, could be craftsmen, and all of this makes a big impact in the entrepreneurial mindset and the startup culture that we talk about. With this COVID situation that's come in, it has created a lot of shift in the change in the mindset that each one of us had it. I want to just go back and reiterate one of the points. When demonetization had occurred, all of us used to carry cash a lot. But suddenly that was a trigger when it came in the change of the mindset. So had it been you go to a small rediwala or to a small shop, each one of them had a scanner card and you need to pay it online. I think that was a shift mindset when people started accepting it pretty beautifully. And with this current situation, yes, I don't think so any one of us would have stepped out to buy even a grocery from any shops or anything, and we would have leveraged the best of Amazon, Flipkart, ordering food from Swiggy or anything. So that's how e-commerce has been doing it pretty well and flourishing. On the other side, if I talk about in the e-commerce industry itself, the growth makes a lot of impact. So it's a socio-economic growth which is reaching to the interiors of the country right now. You talk about online shopping, online payments, you talk about ecosystem that's been built completely. It's purely more wherein technology has come in a place and also people have adapted it completely. If my own experience, if I have to say, there are a lot of trainings which would be required, which talks about digital trainings, like we have suppliers onboarding program, we have a lot of customers which are there, wherein the field sales people used to go meet them, teach them as how they have to manage their entire task. But the beauty that comes up is now that we are making a hands-on complete savvy system wherein we don't have to physically meet these people, but these online training programs are going to enable them completely in managing their complete business. There are a lot of enriched products which have come in. So when we talk about roles, each day those roles are changed, those roles are redefined. There is redeployment of roles which are also being done here. So as what Ankush was saying right now, that all of us should accept that change, should accept what is coming across to us, and then take it on beautifully. No longer it's gonna be similar methodology of old school thought processes of having traditional way of working. What is going to happen is there would be a lot of change that will come in each one of us. When we talk about specifically in the HR professionals, there would be a lot of counseling roles that would be developed, and these would be specialized, skilled roles, wherein we need to enable our internal people, make them strong enough so that their performances are perfect. The business needs to change its mindset completely in terms of as how to manage the entire customer line, how to manage the entire vendor processing, how to manage the entire digital trainings that needs to be done here to the people. What do we need to do in motivating all of these platforms? If I talk about the technology front, yeah, I'm sure we need PHP developers. We need one or two skilled technology that is required. But I think with this changed mindset that we have it right now, no longer one skilled technology would work. With the innovation of the combination of technologies along with a different skilled learning will definitely be more in demand to all of us. Two things that comes to me to my mind right now with the current employability skills is all of us need to really change the mindset here. For example, when the offices were open, we all used to look forward to have those physical meetings, having those one-on-one discussions. But I think digitalization has changed that mindset completely. Work from home earlier had that mindset in us that it's not going to work. It will not be functional to some industry. It is good for few of them into consulting firms, but organizations wherein it's service industry, it's B2B, it will not function. I think it has changed completely and it has come up so beautifully. Rather, it's more productive in the current scenario. So I think two things. What needs is change, accept it, and innovation. That's more important for any one of us that we talk about.
So the very simple but very important question from the audience is, what can be the employment and recruitment scenario during current pandemic? I mean, it was probably obvious that they would like to about current scenario of COVID-19 pandemic. So how do you all respond to the area of recruitment when you're talking about current scenario? So anyone can start.
Yeah, Runa, I can would like to address this very closer to my heart. I would say recruitment because that's how I started my career, and I think that's in blood in me right now. I think with these talent acquisition strategies, whether you talk about pre or post COVID, whatever you have it, uh, they're going to be completely transformed now. And the biggest myth that is being busted is that what I said is the work from home one. It actually works. So many of people who are like individual contributors, single mothers, who can't come as a full-timers and would want to come back to the corporate world and want to contribute to the industry, I think going to play a very vital role with this shifted profile. When we talk about the skill set requirements, yes, of course, there would be such roles which would be evolved quite a lot, and that will go forward. Recruiters would also need to establish the fact that applications which are coming to work from home needs to be taken up pretty seriously. And actually having this setup would allow them to work without any disturbance, without any distractions, uh, and that would be a beautiful amalgamation of utilizing their own skill set, putting it across to what the organization is looking forward for, and take it on here on. I think there are a lot of insecurities, questions coming to everyone's mind as what will happen, how will the selection procedure come in. Uh, I think Sujit's technology is going to play a beautiful role here because you talk about a selection procedure, it's going to save a lot of bandwidth in terms of pre-screening the resumes, getting those online technical test or non-tech test for both tech and non-tech roles. That is going to save a lot of bandwidth and time, and we will be able to pick up the right talent for any role that any organization is looking forward for. So I think it's the best time for all of us to utilize it when it comes about onto the recruitment side. Not just recruitment. I'm sure there would be a question coming on what will happen to an onboarding. I think all of us have started doing it online, giving up the preset, defined schedulers, getting them trained online, and then putting them across onto the job line. So I think this is
I
going to
think,
help a lot.
yeah, Amla. I think we are going to stay with the recruitment piece. We'll go to the onboard little later. Amla, there was a question from audience regarding women leadership in HR. So I'm humbly requesting you to give at least one liner on that.
Quite an important one. I was surprised as if now it has not come up. Thanks for bringing it here. It's very important and it plays a very critical and a vital role from the women employment point of view. Rather, I would say I have seen a lot of change in the mindset wherein a lot of entrepreneurs have come in, especially from the women's side, who would want to explore new ventures, do a lot of things, and want to do it from home because this is the best time that they could have explored, either using any of the social media platforms or venturing into any of the corporate sectors. So, and they're good multitaskers, I would say, because they know how to manage it pretty well. Being the housewife, being a professional in any field that you talk about, tech, sales, servicing, operations, support functions, anywhere. So I think it's more important for all of us to be little more wise and smart enough to take small moves further. Coming on to the CRM side, I would say we all of us need to breathe in and breathe out now with this, because that's what it's required in any of the industry that we are into. Would like to sum up with a note by saying only two things. This time too shall pass. It's not going to stay for a longer time. So stay motivated and be positive. That's it. I'm sure everything will fall in place slowly and steadily. It will come back.